single day, I'm gonna make something great. That's my way. Every single day, I'm gonna make something.
Hello my beautiful people, and welcome to Women Do You channel. This is Sivue, and this is where I get to speak about all things personality development and lifestyle advice for perfectionists. So in this week's video, I'm going to show you how to use the Trello board for your routine. So last week what we did was breaking down your to-do list according to priority, and you had your bonus section, remember? So we took that long chunk of your to-do list and we break it down into top priority and the bonus session. What we're going to do now is to take the ones that you plugged into your priority and then we plug them into your Trello board, and I'm going to show you the whole process of creating new boards, creating the new Trello board account and everything. So just stick along. So, and also I really want to mention this: if you're a person that is going to work with assignments, projects and everything, you can basically use the same system that I use here. So stick along and I'll plug you in, baby. Okay, now we're just gonna search for Trello, and then the one that you want to take first is the one with the Trello.com. And you open that, you can see that you can create and sign up, which is for free. And yeah, that's the information that you could see when the first screen when you open the Trello. And then since I've already logged in, I'll just say go to my board, and then this is my home page. So what we want to do is to create a new board, which is will be the one that we use as a template. So let's create a board. Then give it a name. Let's say something like what are we gonna call this one? I'm not sure. To-do board or something. Let's say to-do board tutorial. Yes, that one will work fine. And then voila, here we go. This is our first Trello board. It's still loading though. But then this will be your Trello board, and it will just create everything for you in one place. With the basic image, you can actually change the background. You can select solid color or an image, any image you want. You can even upload an image if you want to. But then yeah, we'll just stick with this one for now. So what you're gonna do now is to create them, what do we call this, groups. So the first one that I'm going to create is the to-do, and the second one is doing, and then these will be the groups that we use for moving our tasks and everything. And the last one is done. Okay, you can create more if you want, but then this is the basic three that I normally use, that I actually use for my to-do list. So on my to-do, what I do is that you can create a card on that group. You can create a card, so you can name it whatever you want. So I'm actually not wearing my glasses. I don't even see what I'm typing when I'm typing here. So find to do. Okay, find a tool to record. I think so. That's what I wrote there. Okay, so basically I'm just breaking down the tasks that I actually did for this video. So on that find tool to record, what you can do is you can set for your task that you'll be doing, you can set a due date. And then you can pick any day you like. Usually I take Sundays for each and every task that I do, but then it depends on the task itself. So for this one, let's just say we are doing this task for this week, and it's going to be due on the Sunday of the following week. So you can add a description for this task. What are we going to do on this task, so that you remember. That's why I really like this tool, so that you can remember everything that you want to do with this on this task. So since we remember we did break down our task from last week, so what I use when I get to this part of breaking down my to-do list and creating my routine is that I'm going to write down the description that I feel like is very precise, so that I don't push around the bush. I don't push around the bush when I do work on this. So I know exactly what I need to do, and then I further break down those tasks with the the checklist. So this helps me to be precise as much as I possibly can be. So yeah. And then what you can do here, what else you can do, you can also add images if you like, but then what I use is just the checklist, the description, and the due date. So let's write those down. So actually I did play around with this tool that I used to record this screen, which was like really fun. Like I like actually did a nested thing, but then anyway, that's not the case. So after you're done with that, you can do for all the tasks that you've created. So the card is this part that you can add the description, you can add the title, you can add the due date, you can add the checklists as well. So you do this over and over again for each task. You try by all means to be precise as possible and don't be vague. Like, you can put in as much detail as you want so that you know exactly what to do and not procrastinate. That's what we don't want. We don't want you to procrastinate. So that's why like this tool is really helpful for me too. So I'm just trying to make sure that you remember how to do this stuff, so that's why I keep on doing it over and over again. So if you watch this video once, you'll be done. You'll be you'll be set. I mean, you'll be set. Okay. So since we're done with our checklist, I think this is the last one that I'm going to add here. Really, Sibiwe, really? You know, I just want to make sure you guys understand that like you want to be as precise as you can possibly can. And then you click add, and then you can close it. Everything is saved. So this is how you basically add your descriptions and your checklist and the due date. Like, it's the same process over and over again, but then for this time around I just wanted to show you the more things that you can add. For example, if you are working on a project or something and you want to keep a link of something, of your resource or something, then you can also add that into the same card so that everything is just in one place. And yeah, man, I really hope that I had this tool when I started studying. I mean, it's just amazing that I can have everything in one place. So yeah, and then after that, when it's saved, you will see that there we go, the link is attached to the card itself, and then you can add this description there. Yeah, so if you, let's say you were writing a paper and then you have like some references that you'd like to use, you can like actually like break down your paper into topics, and then on each topic then you can just write down description on what tasks you still need to do for this topic, and then you can also add your resources as well. So another cool thing that I really love, it's the labels. When I add the labels for stuff that is related to each other, I like to use the labels, and like I feel like the colorblind options are just like prettier than the solid colors. So I'm not colorblind or whatever, I just like that option. So when you're doing something, this is what I do. I just drag it from the to do to doing. And while I'm doing it, I keep on checking my list, you know. It feels amazing because like it's just small tasks that you can easily check on, and it's just motivating when you get to see the progress that you do, let's say within 30 minutes or something, and like you get to finish the task like really, really easily, and yeah, just motivated to do this. Yeah, so it's just like that. And then when you click on everything, you can also click the due date. Let's see, when your checklist, you clicked everything on your checklist, you will see it will update the card itself. And when you click the due date, it will also update the card that like you've completed this whole thing. Okay, so another thing that I wanted to show is like you can drag and drop whatever way you want to, and it's just convenient. Like everything that you have, it's right here, like everything that you need to remember everything. And then after a week, let's say I'm done with everything, I come back and drop down a comment on a task if I finish this task in time, or is there something that I still need to do with this task. And it also helps me to reflect on myself, like if I planned too much for myself, or if it was hard and like I really enjoyed it, or it was just not worth doing. I just comment everything in there so that when I plan for my next week, I have a point of reference. And it also helps me as well to track my growth. How am I doing? Am I doing the things that I set myself to do, you know? So yeah, so this is it. This is basically it. So on that as well, on the comments, you can also attach some task that was related to this. If let's say that task you didn't do it and it blocked you from doing this, you can also attach that into this task as well. Do you see how amazing this thing is? Like it's just amazing. And like for me to show you this, guys, for free, it's like really a plug. So yeah, so to make this a template for myself, what I do is I remove the due date, I remove the comments, and then I remove also the checklist. So this is something I think you should do from the first go. Just make it a template from the first place. Don't checklist everything. Don't add the dates. Just add the checklist, and then add this description, and then add the title of your card. And then what you're going to do is that you're going to copy this board into, let's say it's week 1. So this is your board, like the to-do board tutorial. Okay, so you can make it a template board. Okay, so when you do so, you just go to show more, and then you're going to get an option there to copy the whole board. There you go. And then you can just say copy the board, and then what it's going to do, it's going to copy everything that is included here, and then you're going to give it the name. So for me, I give my boards like I do them weekly. So if say it's week 1, and then I say week one, I just check on the internet what week is it, and then at this, I think this week it's week 49. So this is just an example for week 1, and then I make the copy. As you can see, everything that was included in the template board is dragged to this board all over again. And then what you can do, you can just go ahead and start your day and start your task without having to recreate everything from the beginning. So like what more can you ask for? Like this is just amazing. You can change the date, you can get notifications if something is like due soon. You see, like I really like, I don't know, like I really like this tool. It's very helpful. Like this is how I get to finish my tasks. This is how I get to do the things that I promised myself to do. So I think this is basically it for me, guys. I'm just gonna show you a mobile version of it, and then you can play around with this tool as well. Let's jump to the mobile. So yeah, this is the mobile version of it, and as you can see, I just wanted to let you know as well that you can also install this from Play Store. I installed mine from Play Store. And then for those guys that use Apple phones, I think you can also install it from your Apple Store. What do you call it? I don't know. So yeah, you can also install the same app. I'm sure they have a version for the Apple guys. So what you're going to have here, it's the same stuff that we've done with the web version of it, or the computer like version of it, but then like everything is the same. The process of adding a board, process of adding like the due dates, the process of adding the checklist, it's exactly the same. So but then I just wanted to show you guys that you can also use your mobile phone to create your boards, to create your cards, to create your groups, and everything is just exactly the same. So I hope this was helpful. I hope you guys gonna use this. And if you do, can you please drop me, even if it's a DM, and telling me how is it going. Also in the comments as well, you can also do that. So all the best guys, and have an awesome week, have an amazing week. I love you lots. See you next time. Bye bye.